Morning, everybody. Let's get into this. Another good day. Boom. Cool. All right, guys. We got a higher high here, lower high here in the wicks. Order block in the 3-minute. We'll see if that acts as resistance to push down lower into the 15-minute for value gap that we have right here. We're in a 4-hour for value gap, getting a nice distribution up in here. We got about 50% of that 4-hour gap up here, so we're gonna see if we want to push up into that or not. Took out this internal high, rejected. We also have this 1-minute for value gap, 1 hour for value gap up here. Does want to hit there. So paying attention to that as well. We had news come out. I guess you could say it's good news, but it's really not. It's a lagging indicator. Just rejected out that fair value gap. We took some internal lows here. If you're looking at this 2-minute inversion for value gap, that's what I'm looking for this to resist off of. We want to see this stay heavy here. I'm gonna log into my trading account. I'm not taking anything yet. I'll observe today, like for right now. I took a paper trade on this short here with a 2-minute inversion. I like how we just closed very heavy there. It's a good sign that we're gonna possibly keep moving lower. I like how we just closed heavy. 3 minutes gonna close soon. We'd want to see these candles start closing heavy too. We'd want to see this 3-minute close heavy as well. Below 50% of this wick or lower. 3 minutes, 23 seconds left. Damn, we don't really have much news the rest of the week. We still got, oh, we did not get that closure. That's not a great sign. I know it's the beginning of the next 3-minute candle, so I want to pay attention to what we give this next 3-minute candle here. Alright, they're all pushing higher now. There's no bearish SMT on that. I think we're good. I think the stream's live, right? Yeah, we're good. Watch this 5-minute. Oh, we have a 5-minute version too. And we have like relative equal highs. I wouldn't even mind seeing another ripper and then a shift down. Then we got another 30-second for value gap here. Took out this internal high. Okay, I see you. I'm looking at this 15-second now. Okay. Higher high in the 15-second wick there, so this might just resist price now. Right here. Let's say stops above this high. Because with this, the internal liquidity we just took out. Reduce the risk on that bitch right there. I like it. I like it a lot. Here we go. Let's see if we shift lower here. Let's see it trade down to this low, break even if we hit these lows here. I'm waiting for our next macro anyway, so that's why I'm not taking it on the funded. I'm just gonna observe this one. There she goes. Stops going to break even on the Kona Mon because we just smacked below. We got bullish S&T. So if we are going to go bearish, we'd want to see this continue to sell off here. Here's the trade I'm in. It might just hit break even right now. Because where's news lows? It's right down here. Might hit break even. That's the name of the game. It is what it is. I'm thinking we're still gonna sell off. We just put one more contract. I'm keeping the stop above this high here. This high because this is the inversion. And we got bearish S&T in the wicks. This is just paper. I'm not trading it. It's outside of my macro. I'm just gonna use this for my notes and my observation. Look at that 5-minute closure as well. Pretty bearish. I'd say price is likely to reach towards this price down here. Yeah, look at that. Hit break even, and then we enter again, and then it starts ripping. It's already up 500, 320. I'm leaving the stop above that high. Oh, I'm not even on there. There we go. That's better. I like how this is playing out now. Oh man, that's so crazy. The paper's up a K, up 1,000 on the paper. Stop's going to break even now. I didn't enter it because it was outside of my macro. I know we had our distribution that we like to see. And we should shifted lower. It's not bad. Or you're already fucking 100 points already? That's crazy, man. I feel like we're gonna hit news lows here. If we get this bearish closure, some type of fair value gap, or we retest it at some point. It's not a bad spot for partials. I'm logging out of the paper account, but I'm in the short there. Logging out of it because I just want to focus on the chart, not the P&L here. Yeah, because we're delivering out that 4-hour fair value gap. We're trading down into this area here. I want to see what we get in this 1-hour closure. Like, we might just get a rejection off of this 30-minute fair value gap and buy up into here, and then we get the short down to this news lows. But right now, I might just shorten all of them right now. We'll see. Really depends how it reacts here. We took out a lot of buy side, so I really think my draw on liquidity is lower. Yeah, now we got SMTs in the 1-minute wicks here. So we have a lower high, higher high in this fair value gap. It's just easily delivering out this fair value gap now. Like, this is what price is doing. Right off this fair value gap here. And the SMT gives that away. Target lower down to here. Like, that's what's happening. That's another entry right there. 15-second time frame inversion on the 15-second. Now on our macro. Look at that SMT, baby. The 3-minute time frame SMT, higher high, lower high right now. It's 2-minute SMT. Just invalidated it, didn't it? What's dollar doing? Pushing up or down? Oh, it's ready to fall. Damn, if we invert this gap though. You see this 3-minute fair value gap and this 2-minute? If we invert this though, this might be bullish. Oh man, is there a 1-minute fair value? Oh my god, we just inverted a 1-minute too. This is bullish as fuck. But we didn't hit the higher time frame PD array I was looking at. We have SMTs at the highs. I don't know, I still don't really trust it yet. Higher time frame's bearish to me. I don't really trust this for value yet. I'm gonna grab another coffee. Yeah, I'm gonna zoom out real quick, see what we get. Remember, ICT always says, like, when you're a little bit off on price, just zoom out and get the overall bigger picture of what you have. So I see that we're bouncing off of a 30-minute for value gap here. It's the end of this 30-minute. ES is about to, yeah, ES just fucking hit that high, which is giving us this short-term buy here, which makes sense and why it's buying. We have a 3-minute inversion closure too in our macro, but now we got bearish SMTs that are playing now. We just came into, was this 50% of this range here? I mean, that's an okay buy, I guess you could say, to 50% of that range. Like, stop would be like there, so, I mean, you could make it a 1R. You'd want it, like, right here. I mean, yeah, that's a good 1R, I guess. And you can get up, 2R, whatever. It just wasn't bullish, dude. I see the news lows down here. I mean, I guess you could say I like wasn't being like observant of price action. I guess I missed this. That's what it is. And my short hit break even. We'll see. I want to see price get up into here too. If we go bullish. Alright, so this is what I'm paying attention to. We got the higher high here, and we're already folding over. We are above 50% of this range here. Oh, man. Shifted lower from this low here. Okay, with bullish SMT, I mean, it's playing out. If I was in the long right now, I'd probably hold the long and see if we play off of this breaker here to keep moving higher. To be honest, we got these relative equal highs with that fair value gap up there. That's looking like what's happening right now, to be honest with you. Man, oh man. Bullish 1 hour closure. So I'm paying attention. If we trade back down lower here and we inverse and start moving towards this low, I'll look for shorts. I don't know, it's just a situation where I was bearish and I said, man, oh man, it's looking like we're gonna go higher now. It's gonna fail to break that SMT there. Can't catch every move, right? I'm turning my fucking phone off. Jesus Christ. Phone is going off. So going over what just happened here in the market is that price had the news come out. We had this consolidation through Asia into London. Okay. News came out. We pushed higher. Market opened. We dipped down into that area to rebalance that gap. We never came down to the news lows. Okay. We never hit the 50% of this entire range yet either until now. From this high to this low. I believe. No, actually we did. Alright, we have 50% of that range already. But anyways, we dipped back down into here. We rejected off of this fair value gap. And I wasn't really looking for higher pricing. Do I bring over the big three here? Once we rejected that fair value gap. Notice how we stayed higher here. Came lower here. Stayed higher here. So that was bullish. And after we did that, we had this 2-minute inversion level to reach us up to 50% of this entire range, and potentially these equal highs. And potentially this 1 hour fair value gap. We have not yet hit that 1 hour fair value gap. So I want to see if it just pulls back down, rejects, keeps going higher to create more SMTs, and we get the fair value gap hit off of this breaker. Anyways, I was bearish. I was short. On a paper account, I was short. Looking for lower pricing down to the news lows here. That's what I was personally looking for. We did not get that, and that's fine. But since we inverse this gap, that's telling me price wants to possibly move higher. And since we had a higher low here, lower low there, SMT at these wicks, where this one made the lower low here, this made the higher low here at the wicks, we inverted the gap, and then we moved up. So that would be a good risk. But at the same time, I was thinking, okay, what if we just inverse and come down again, down lower? That's possible. But the plan with the SMTs, I didn't notice this SMT. I wasn't focused on the order flow at this time. These SMTs, with this SMT, allowed price to gravitate up towards 50% of this range, this high and this high. Potentially this high here, where I'm looking to see if we break through it or get a reversal there. So right now, I'm looking at this high here. Come on, man. That's what I saw there. See if we get another distribution at these highs so we can get a short. Higher high here. Lower high here. Did we hit a PD array already here? Yep. We're in this. We don't need to break this high, but it's possible to reach up in there today. This 1 hour closes above this gap. I think we're going to go bullish here. And this one, obviously. Damn, this damn near fucking 200, well, 160 points. Holy fuck. I get it. News lows don't have to be hit. Get the inversion, and there we go. Oh, I have 50% of that 15-minute gap. That's crazy. There's that macro. Fucking macro just sent price right up. I really think we're gonna get back down there at some point today. Like an up morning. Where's the Monday though? Monday here? So far Monday's the low of the week. I feel like it's gonna reverse and come back down. Yeah, just digging into this 1 hour for value gap. Above this one. be watching and see what we get now. We get the reversal up in here. Or if we just break through this high here. Really just rip on through and start closing above this. We can get up into here maybe. Another red fair value gap. Because we could be just hitting this internal overall time frame and hitting this internal fair value gap here. This is something I could have been marking up. We hit this one. We hit this for value gap, we shifted up higher, came into this range now. Just came to the 1 hour. Rejected that. With a bullish for value gap there. It's better than taking a loss, you know what I mean? I'd much rather miss a trade than take a loss. Price obviously just gravitating higher, more investors getting in. Alright, we're about to enter our next macro here. Our next macro is about to start 10:20 to 10:40. So here's our next macro. So if something lines up within this time frame, I'd be interested in wanting to take it. Right now we got bearish SMT at the highs. There's a 1 minute fair value gap here that I am interested in. I'm just not interested that we closed above this high here. So I'm interested in this 1 minute for value gap if we do invert below this. Looks like we're going to. But this isn't like enough distribution yet. I don't think it's ready. I think this is going to pull into here and then come back and give us more. So I'm just going to observe this one. I'm okay with missing out on this trade here. If there's no setup, I'm not going to take it. I really wasn't open to every opportunity down here. I wasn't watching order flow that closely. I was so biased on that, on the short. I mean, I'm still biased in the short. I mean, I think we're just pushing higher now. If you look between both of these, both of these here. We didn't quite close down below it, but we opened below it. Just want more information on this bitch. ICT's live right now. Oh shit, I wonder if he was thinking about that short too earlier. I have to rewatch this later. I'm actually gonna put it on right now. We'll watch it together, why not?
You never have to go through that ever again. It's like riding a bike. I don't even know the last time I got on a bicycle, but I'm quite fucking certain I can ride that bike. I can pretty much go anywhere I want to go, even in bad weather. So it's just like that. It's like knowing what it is that you're doing at your job, but your job's only going to pay you what your company is willing to pay you. But you have to go there every day the time they tell you to go there, and stay there as long as they tell you to stay there, or you don't maintain that gainful employment. If you go outside of the parameters, you lose the job. That means you lose the income. That's like blowing your account in trading. Well, in trading, you have to start the same way. You have to submit to the boss. That's you, your future trading self that knows what they're doing. If you have a time machine, you go back in time, your future successful self would be telling you what I'm telling you. Listen, this is going to suck. It's going to be boring.
Bouncing off that area there.
It's going to be mundane and redundant, and you're not going to make any money initially for months. But stick with it. Stick with it. If you do, the experience that you garner from it, you glean all this positive self-talk, and you focus on the things.
I want to see if we can invert this here. Right now we're bouncing at that 4 minute for value gap.
Better what you did wrong, but you don't vilify those moments. You don't say, "Yeah, fuck that. I didn't do that right. If I would have traded with real money there, I would have lost my ass." That's not how you record any observation in your journal, and that's not how you think about it either. You may be watching the tape, just watching and observing, and saying, "Okay, here's an opportunity to see if the market behaves a certain manner here." But when it starts to turn on you, you should.
I like how I got bearish at some these wicks now in the 2 minutes.
When you start doing this,
so notice how we're staying lower here. We had a higher high in this wick here in the 2 minute.
That's the first indication that you're now feeling stress and anxiety. And if you don't check that,
bearish with this 1 minute for value gap here.
They will become full-blown panic attacks, which will distract you from watching the trade. Even though the trade may still be viable and profitable if you stick with it, but because it's real money and you're watching the ticker of the profit and loss.
So we have this high here. Okay, we're taking out these internal highs. Like I was saying, if we do short, I wasn't going to want to go from this 1 minute for value gap inversion yet. I'd want to see if we get something else in here. This would be better if we have SMT of some sort at these highs.
Because you won't condition yourself to focus on the price action. Is the chart still delivering? Is it still doing the things you were thinking it was supposed to do?
That's like what I'm thinking.
Because as long as those things are checking the boxes, yes, yes, yes.
I wonder if we're going to soup these highs here and keep falling.
That number is not the number. It's going to be different.
And we got this 5 minute for value gap too. I didn't even notice this.
And then you're feeling adrenaline and cortisol when you're in drawdown, and it was moving away from the highest point of the open trade equity. The highest point of profit was there if you would have closed it. Then you're going to start thinking, I wish I would have closed that. Are you watching price action when you're doing that? No. But what are you doing? You're feeding your subconscious fear, anxiety, regret, depression. So what are you going to tap into the next time you sit in front of a chart and you do another engagement with price action? And
so that 5 minute did close bullish there.
You're going to revert back to that same toxic experience.
So maybe it is going to reach up to here. We're just going to pay attention. I'm not pushing any buttons right now.
Perception of yourself, how you manage yourself. You have to keep yourself calm. cope with it. I don't lose sleep over that. But I don't want to press you into a specific goals. So in 1 second, boom, just like that, 50 handles or so. 1 second. If you're offside and you're trading one contract, man, you're getting pinched, aren't you? What happens if you're doing that 15 contract, trying to use it from the account? You're smoked. Well, let me get the refund this account link. You put that here. Got a line on my way to buy a tire.
Yeah, since we had that bullish
Guys again. What is this?
5 minute,
What's that right there? It's a fair value gap, but where?
2 minute bullish closure. I'm gonna still observe. Like, look at that 2 minute here on ES. That looks bullish as fuck.
It drops down. 1, 2, 3 times.
So I'm gonna keep observing here.
Trading up into
15-second time frame. Inverted this gap here just now.
What makes this a bounce pressure? You look inside. Do we have? Up, down, up, down. So it's painted. Let's say this is a wall in your house. The paint is coming off that roller, really ample, really nice. And then you start going to another area where there's no paint yet. And you paint all this up here, and then you come right back down to where you finished before. You don't need to go deep into that. Why? Because this has all been bounced. That's why you see it straight down here. There's no need for it to explore into this range deeper. So what is it doing? Using quadrants of that same bounce price range. What's your fibber or something like that? Study that. See what's doing? Everything is mathematically controlled by an algorithm. Everything. But it has to refer to specific things in price action. It's already happening. All of these calculations are happening so fast because it's computerized. Time frames. Real quick. And it's referring back to them really quick and making decisions. And back. But you think this is buying selling pressure because it's easier to disbelieve that. It's easier to believe that, and it makes you sleep at night that it can't be this manipulated and controlled. Because if it's this manipulated,
I'm not shorting this here.
Strings on it, and they can tug those strings anytime they want and have an outcome that they want to see. And that's all I'm trying to tell you. That's what it is. And you should be mad about that.
Like, 4 minutes close. Look at that bullish 4 minute closure off of that 4 minute for value gap there. What if we just reject this as a breaker and just keep pushing the new week opening gap here? Okay.
Any part time in Las Vegas, they know them, and they're not allowed to be in there because they're beating them. Does that sound like it's a fair place to gamble at? No. If somebody can count cards, guess what? It's not easy to do. It's not easy to do that. So they have a skill set. They're matching that skill set against your probabilities and your stacked decks in the eye in the sky in the rigged games they use.
So we're in this breaker now. We're above that 1 hour for value gap. We just had a nice 4 minute closure on that 1 minute, 1 hour for value gap. I would say this is going to be the nice next move here. I'd say we're going to stay above this breaker to move up towards this high here and potentially higher. I'd say these equal highs here. So about a 2R.
So where is this algorithm? It's in your charts. That's the closest thing you're ever going to see. But you don't want to believe it because it upsets your memory of your school of thought. It's just much more painless for you to say, no, I don't believe in algorithm. Okay. You're not going to make me have the same thought process. That's for look at yours. That's not going to happen with me. But look at this. This is Tuesday's new day opening gap, and you're looking for support resistance and failing at it because the support resistance lines you're putting on is what the books tell you to do. An old high and old low, and we target those things. You see how that's a completely diametrically opposed paradigm shift from what the losing crowd's doing over and over and over again.
I don't know, I'm just seeing order flow. It's not showing me various closures and signatures, so I mean, bullish order flow. I stuck it on a paper, about to hit take profit already.
How hard is that to understand? For the life of me, I don't understand why anybody with any common sense can't see the truth in that. Versus, I'm looking for a pattern, harmonic crossover, this, that, other thing, ratio trades, and all this horseshit.
Oh, here goes ICT fucking rambling again.
1 second. It looks just like any other time frame, doesn't it? Trade down to the low of Tuesday's new day opening gap. Where's that gap I told you about? High, low, higher, high. This is where we draw to if it goes above here. What's your chart show? Does your chart show this? What about that? Into that balanced price range. That showed you the would go. So, what I have in front of me when I'm trading, the only thing I work with today was the laptop. I swear in the Lord's name that all of my monitors that I have in front of me are all off. They're all off. But what I have on my charts is I have a 15-second chart, a 1 minute chart, a 5 minute, 15, an hour, a daily, a weekly, a monthly. And then I have a chart that I call a matrix, where it's a 5 minute, 4 minute, 3 minute, 2 minute, 1 minute chart for the NASDAQ, the S&P, and the Dow. And what I'm doing is I'm looking for S&T divergences on all of them at the same time. When I'm anticipating a fair value gap to form or a run on multiple highs, I want to see it diverge. One of them will fail, and it's like it's not a necessity for my trade, but it's just one of those things I like to see as a qualifier. It gives a little bit more quality behind my analysis, where I already think it's going to do something anyway, and then it just behaves that way even more quicker and more strongly in my favor, and the speed usually really starts to deliver because I have that signature behind it. So you don't need SMT, like you really don't need it to be in your trades, but I like to look for it because it gives me that little bit of okay, she's going to run now, and then she starts taking off, whether higher or lower based on my analysis and ICT or those forms. So I want you to go back and listen to this again, okay? And you'll hear me talk about how, if I was making the market, I would drop it down, take it down into that area, wipe that out, and then run above the relative highs. Earlier today, I told you that it's going to run up into here, and run up into here if it goes above it. It's delivered all that, folks. I'm a fucking fraud, right? I'm a fraud. I'm out here doing this in front of you with a live data feed on the smallest of fucking time frames. 1 second. Can you get any smaller than 1 second? Trading View, I know you're listening now. Can you give me a time frame less than 1 second? Because if you can, I will trade that too. Okay, I don't have any access to that. Okay, this is what it is. So I don't know what else to tell you, folks.
1 second time frame.
And listen, take notes, and then just try it. That's all I'm asking you to do is try it. I don't have to give you a refund because you didn't pay for this. You're putting your time in to listen to the rules, what it looks like, how to practice it, and observe.
New week opening gap, and it's bouncing right back off, coming right back down to where I was looking to enter.
Doesn't have to be on the same chart, but you should, if you can, afford yourself a monitor, at least one extra monitor, where you can have this information on a blank chart without the other stuff there. But because I'm trying to teach you from the ground up, a lot of you only have one device. That means you're stuck with one chart, one screen. So it's a little bit harder. It's a lot more juggling between time frames and whatnot, and you'll have a little bit more stuff on your chart. But it's possible to grow from that. But you should have a chart that doesn't have like the fair value gap I have here or that there. All of these opportunities that I was pointing out to you are not all the trades that were available. And if you give it a half-ass effort, you're going to get half-ass results. You have no excuse. You have no hindrance now. You have no reason to be fearful. You have no reason to doubt there's an algorithm. You have no reason to believe that these things aren't going to work because they do fucking work. I come out here, I'll tell you what's going to happen over live data in the smallest time frame and feed that you all can verify. You all have live streaming of data just like I do if you have live data. You watched everything before it happened today. Again, all of these opportunities that I was pointing out to you are not all.
I would like to see a sell-off and then a buy back up. Maybe like a sell-off into this area, and then a buy back up.
And the one that makes the most sense to you.
Maybe take out some internal low in here.
In all of your logging, in all of your forward testing, watching, reading price action without demoing. And then when you get real good at
I'm gonna watch this 3 minute for value gap. I know we're bouncing off NWOG, but that's fine. It's giving us that reaction to possibly buy back up.
You know the winning lotteries tomorrow. You know the outcome of a sports event. You're literally a time traveler, and you can forecast the future, and it feels like a fucking mutant superpower.
ICT.
This guy has to be a fraud, or this woman is a fraud. She has to be a fraud. No one could do this. No one should be able to do this, but yet here the fuck I am.
Oh, man. I'm turning him off. He's fucking annoying me. Oh, got my dog here for good luck. $15-minute bullish, 30-minute bullish. I really believe we're gonna reach a little higher here. I really believe we are. Okay, we just reached down to a fair value gap on, what is it, YM? They all made that lower low, so we're just gonna observe here. I would like to see this. I'd like to see all indices just stall, not move any higher. I'd like to see this trade down. Or come out, create some more equal highs, trade down. And then in this macro, hit this, some sort of SMTs, something in here, SMTs in a way. Inversion, buy in our macro, shift up towards this high here, and give me that buy. That's what I'd like to see. So what I would like to see happen here this morning is a shift down into this 3-minute fair value gap that we have right here in this blue box. Have these equal highs somewhere up here. So possibly in our next macro to see that form, to get an inversion level, to take a buy in the inversion up towards this high with partials, and up towards this high here which would reach us into the higher time frame for value gap. I know we're bouncing off of this NWOG, which is this blue box, but if you go to the 15-minute time frame, you can see we got this for value gap we can reach into. You go to the 30-minute, you can see it as well. And there's also one over here on ES. We have yet to hit those. Over here, you can see that gap right there. That could be a nice draw on liquidity. And look at how these candles are closing. Very bullish after displacing from this fair value gap. 15-minute time frame, bullish, 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 just giving us a little pullback. I'd like to see a little bit more. I don't know if we're going to get it yet. It might just rip to these highs right now without giving me an opportunity. I mean, that's fine. Sometimes the market moves without giving opportunities, and it just continues to really push without the opportunity. And that's perfectly fine because there'll be another trade set up later. We're about to leave this macro, so I don't really think there's anything setting up yet. Fuck. Kidding me, right? There we go, hitting that high. We're getting up into there. Let's get it. Staying lower on YM. Okay, we're pushing that high. We're hitting the high in all these. So we're rejecting this higher time frame area here. Yeah, we're way pushing. I'm not really trying to go against this trade here. Holy fuck. Alright. We got 10 minutes for our next macro. We'll see what we get done. 10:50. Bring us over to 11:10. So we'll see what we get there. More consolidation, distribution here. Down into this range somewhere. Or I pull back down sooner than later. One or the other. So I'd like to see something like that. We'll see what we get. I'll be right back. I gotta go. All right, we're getting another nice distribution here. Okay then. Alright, let's see what we're getting now. Nothing too new. The ES did hit the 15-minute for value gap, and Q did not. It was a bullish signature. We now have a 3-minute order block here on NQ. We had a nice 1-minute inversion that just pushed us a little bit higher. Now we have bearish SMT. Nothing A+ yet for me. I think we're gonna keep trending higher for now. Nothing super high probability. We do have a 30-second inversion for value gap that we just created. So this is what I mean here. This 30-second for value gap, we came up, we closed above it here. This could have been a long, but we're outside of our macro, so that's not interesting to me. This cocksucker is really just pushing. Okay, we're about to get a 1-hour closure soon too. If we close up, we are going to close above this 1 hour. But if we have this 30-minute for value gap that closes above here, maybe we do get a retest and a continuation of these highs. You know? This is a really bullish morning. Got this bullish area up here. We could be targeting above this high. You never know. We do have all these highs up here. We haven't met any of these equal highs yet. We took this internal high. I wouldn't be surprised to see a pullback. If we get that 30-minute closure that's still bullish as well here, maybe this is just a sign to keep moving higher, you know? Targeting up to these equal highs and up and higher there. Crazy market we're in right now. Crazy fucking market. I mean, there was that trade there. I mean, I missed it. I mean, it is what it is. Oh! That's a big stretch. Alright, we're staying lower on YM, pushing higher on NQ. We're now in our macro. Yeah, so I want to pay attention to, does this order block hold price now to push it higher, or does it not? Because look, we have this low here, lower low, higher low. This order block, no support. 30 seconds about to invert this, 15 seconds just inverted this, so 15-second pushing price higher now. Take a quick little scalp on this bitch. I'm not doing it, but this is what I'm looking for. Oh, 1R. I'm paying attention to this for value gap here. And there's 3 minutes, so there's 3 minutes still down here. We have 6 minutes left. The question is, are we going to bounce off this fair value gap here with this order block to keep moving higher and closing up above this 30-minute? Or are we going to reject this 30-minute? So now, if we do break below this low, it would be considered a soup with this. Especially if we get another closure in here. We have relative equal highs up there. If we soup this low into here with some SMTs, this thing could push. I don't like how that 5 minutes about to close. I mean, 50% of that 5 minute is like right here. So if we soup, it could be bottom of this. I mean, I could just take a soup entry and try it. I usually never soup though, that's the thing. The hard part is we just took a higher time frame PD array up here. We haven't really disrupted any of this price action. I know we have these lows here, But the SMT is what's telling me that like the price is likely to hold this shit. And we now have bullish SMT with YM. So I know we're just souping this low. 50% of that 5-minute order block would be right here. I think that's possible to hit. We'll see. It's a 30-second for value gap as well. I don't know, man. I see this is a pretty good soup, to be honest. So I'm looking at this trade right here. This is like a nice turtle soup entry in my opinion. We have this discounted range from this low to this high, trading down into this 1 minute fair value gap. We have bullish SMT in the 15 minute, which would be this low here to this low, higher low, over here, lower low. 15-minute time frame, you can tell this made the wick down here. This did not. And now we are reaching down into this low right here, into this fair value gap, souping this low, souping here, down into this area, into this order block with the SMT in our macro. Higher probability that price is likely to move higher. We do have SMT on these wicks with YM, which is likely to keep moving it higher as well. So I'm paying attention to this area here. I took a paper trade on this account because I usually don't soup. I look for inversions in the macro, and we did not have the inversion. But here's the paper trade. I had a limit placed, and we were in this trade. I'm going to take this limit out. No, I'm going to leave that limit in there. I want to see this continue to buy up, because if we do soup it again, we could soup it again and leave SMT here. Because if we do have the SMT, I'm still able to take the risk on this trade here. I still see this trade as valid. Actually, we got... Okay, I'm going to reduce my risk because we got SMT here at the wicks. But we'll see. We'll still just pay attention to this trade here. We'll see how this plays out. We got this volume imbalance right there. We got a few minutes left. I want to see this 30-minute close up above this area. So in the next minute, I want to see price start pushing higher like really fast. Like spooling really fast to get up above that high there in the 30-minute. Otherwise, this could potentially become bearish. There's more wick SMT. I like that at these lows here. This just is not my trading plan to enter. Just so we're breaking that high again. Stops are going to go down below that short-term low now. Okay, we did not get that closure above that 30-minute. I repeat, we did not get that closure. ES did not either. It's still rejecting that area. So if we get more bearish SMT up in here, taking this buy off. Our buy is about to be hit out now. They're all pushing lower. Okay, we're about to be break even. Yeah, this is giving us a nice consolidation area up here now. This macro might not present anything, but I'm going to stay here in case it does. Damn, break even did not get hit. It just souped another low. This is like kind of hard to read. Like you read this 5-minute time frame, this is like pretty hard. You know, we got this 5-minute here. This order block, retested, low at the NWOG. My stop is like right down below the NWOG, so the NWOG would need to act as support up in here. Okay, we just got hit out at break even. I'm gonna leave it as that probably on this one. We'll see. So what else could we be looking for? Since we rejected this high here, we'll pull up the other ones here. Do we have SMTs? Yes, we have bearish SMTs at the highs. So if we continue to sell off here, we could potentially look for lower movement back down into this range. So I'd say this range here, we could look for 50% of this overall range, which would bring us right around here. And we're just getting that distribution that I was talking about earlier. So we have 50% of the 5-minute order block with bullish SMT in the 5-minute wicks. So the question is this 30-second invert this and buy up? Just inverted? Do we buy up now off of this soup here? Or do we not? It really just depends if you're fucking bullish or bearish here. I mean, if you're bullish here, it's right off this area. 30-second inversion, clear as fucking day right here. Nice 1R. If you're bearish, then we could watch price continue to move lower. $15 seconds, just inverted that now. At the end of the day, this is very, very hard to fucking read. I think it's more bullish than bearish here, based on this smaller time frame price action. So I just took one more paper buy here. I think it's low probability. We got SMT at the 30-second wicks here. Dollar heavy. Dollar's still heavy. Nice 30-second closure there. We're already trending higher. We're off of the fair value gap. I know we hit another bearish SMT high with YM. I don't know, man. I think this is it. I think this is going to push. I'm not trying to get lost in the lower time frame, though. I am not taking this on my phone to account or my eval. I am not. I'm just looking at the overall bigger picture here. I mean, if we closed up above a huge PD array, then yeah, but we did not. We're just consolidating after taking out a high. That's really what we're doing. And we got bearish SMT. I mean, a lower time frame, like the 30-second, doesn't have terrible structure. Really doesn't. I'll say that. Look at that. We just closed back up above it again with strong movement here. Equal highs, equal highs. Look at that distribution. 1, 2, 3, turtle soup. Flip it. Sell side, buy side. Yeah, 4 minutes left to this macro. I don't think it's gonna give us anything. So this is probably the day where I don't take any fucking trades. This is why I stay out of consolidations like this. It looks like shit. We inverted this, but watch it just bounce right back in. Alright guys, I'm hopping off. Take it easy. Love y'all. Peace out.